Hello. I reviewed a lot of applications, more than 30 apps, and most of them, I think 80% of them, are similar to each other. They have the similar approaches to implement some specific features. So let's take a look at the full stack school. So as far as I remember, this application has RBAC, but via Clerk. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it has Clerk, and it's not a good fit to our app. Also have Prisma instead of Firebase, Supabase. So yeah, and the quality of the code is, I don't know, it's not good to me. Yeah, a lot of commented out lines and so on. Okay, so it's not appropriate to our application at all. So let's take a look at the NextJS Stripe starter. And we already opened package.json here. Let's take a look at the fields, and it has Prisma. It's not a good fit to our app. Stripe, okay, and that's it, I guess. Concurrently, was Prisma adapter. So it has a Prisma. So yeah, it's not appropriate as well. So let's take a look at the config, subscription, marketing, Prisma, migration on schema. Okay, Prisma schema, it has a client, user role, only 2 roles. Okay, but as I said, it uses Clerk for it, so it will be a little bit difficult to implement in our future application with Supabase, so it's not a good fit. Okay, and the next one is Next14 blog app YouTube, and it already has open Prisma, MongoDB, it uses MongoDB. Let's take a look at package.json, Prisma, and that's it. So we don't have any of the payment methods here, but we have a RBAC, I guess, or just RBAC, but it's not appropriate, as I said, because it uses a Prisma client and so on. Yeah. Okay, so and also it has MongoDB instead of Supabase or Firebase. Yeah, let's take a look at the Next30 AI SaaS. Okay, package.json. Here, as we can see, we already have Clerk for, I think, Clerk for RBAC, so it's not appropriate to our app, and Prisma, and it has Stripe. It's pretty nice, but most of this application have Stripe. Okay, let's take a look at README, Tailwind, some conversation. So I think OpenAI API uses here, and that's it. Okay, what about the quality of the code? We have some dashboard roles. Let's take a look at the layout. It's pretty nice, looks nice, but as I said, it's not appropriate to our app at all. So we have API, yeah, folder structure, good quality code, but it's not that we wanted to see. Okay, the next one is basic SaaS. Oh, this is pretty basic application as far as I remember. It doesn't have some specific requirements requiring points, and it also has stripe, Prisma, and let's take a look at Prisma schema. It is SQLite uses here, and that's it. So what about the quality of the code? Let's take a look at app routes and so on. Providers, yeah, so Prisma adapter, okay. Dashboard, it looks pretty nice. But as I see, this is 4 spaces instead of 2. Okay, in general, looks pretty nice, but as I said, it's not a good fit to our app. Okay, let's take a look at the appropriate boilerplates application. So the first one is a Next supervised stripe starter, and here let's take a look at the package.json file. And as we can see, we already have a lot of UI, like UI library for a lot of elements, icons, dialog, and so on. Okay, so we have supervised here, supervised SSR, stripe.js, and so on. Stripe superbase, yeah, so it looks pretty nice. Let's take a look at the superbase, for example. See, it is empty, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so here we have users, UID, full name, avatar URL, billing address, payment method, and so on, but it doesn't have RBAC and also user management. But if we are talking about the payment methods and so on, yeah, so this application is really good. And as you can see, we have some authentication, login, sign up, and so on. So yeah. Also, it has a good quality code, some empty lines and 2 spaces and so on. So yeah, according to Prettier, is a pretty nice, good quality code. So as I said, we don't have this RBAC and user management. So let's take a look at the second repository. And here we already have it. This is a superbase repository. In example folders, we have Slack clone, and here we can create some groups, take some roles, and give give some roles, and it's a pretty nice and appropriate approach to our application, so we can implement these features to our previous application, to this application. And it also has a, let's take a look to a .env file. Okay, so next site total, public superbase on key. It also has a lot of components, layouts, and so on. Some queries. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. So have good quality code, so we can easily implement this feature to our previous application. And also, let's take a look at this one. So here, as you can see, this is the NextJS user management folder, and it helps us to set up our user to change something like avatar, as we can see, or just create or add some additional information and so on. So as we can see here, let's take a look. So we have a user, and Where is the use callback here? Yeah, use callback. So get profile. If we have the user, we just fill all of these states, and we can just change something, add something, and so on. So this boilerplate is a pretty good approach to use user management in our previous app.